者の接続が確立しました。
テスト。ルハン。ライ。イアン。
よいしょ。はいはいはいはいはい、ライアンライブアイライアンアンアンアンアンアン。とっても大好きブライアン。でででででででででんアンアンアン。とっても大好きブライアン。ねちゅうことでございます。あ、ここがピークメーター見れるんだね。ああ、寝ちゃいましたな。さすがにちょっと寝ちゃったな。週末だからっつって。ああ、よいしょ。ということで皆様こんばんは、ブライアンでございます。よいしょ、よいしょ。ということで皆様こんばんは、ブライアンでございます。ちょっとね、帰ってきてから寝ちゃって、晩飯が遅くなって、で、スター・ウォーズのドラマ見てたら、こんな時間になっちゃった。ということで今日はね、もうサクッと始めましょう。ファイナルファンタジー16第11夜でございます。あれさ、ククルのさ、開始ツイート、あれ困ったのがさ、配信情報ページが開くじゃん、配信始めると。で、配信設定をタイトルを変えるわけだよ、第何夜っていうのを。で、変更するって押すと反映されるじゃん。だけどね、ツイートの文言はね、 設定するじゃね反映されないんだよね。前の配信の情報のまんまツイートされるから、今日11夜なんだけどツイートはね10夜になってんだよ。どうすればいいんだろうな。まあ、別に大したあれでは。
ツイッターから来てたけども、ここの赤作ったのでもう俺入らん。
まあどうでもいいことっちゃどうでもいいことなんだけど、どうでもいいことっちゃどうでもいいことだけどさ、これがだからゲームが切り替わるタイミングだと困るよね。例えばこれ FF16 がさ、よし今日で終わったっつって、昨日終わったっつって、今日から違うゲームだっつってね、スター・ウォーズだっつって意気揚々とスター・ウォーズ第1夜ってやったら、ツイートは FF16 のまんまになっちゃうんだよ。あれはあれか、配信情報ページを更新すればいけんのかな。多分そうだろうな。まだクリックが増えんのか、めんどくせえな。放送枠の取得を押して、で配信情報ページが開いて、でタイトル変えて、で変更するをして、で更新ボタンを押してからツイートをしなきゃいけないんだね。いやーもうツイッター社がよ API をさ制限するからこういうことになってんだよ。これでね、ツイートデック今のところはあれ大丈夫だけどさ、なんかさっさと新しいのにしろみたいな雰囲気になってんだよな。あれでね、旧ツイートデックのようにこうタイムラインいくつも表示できる機能がなくなった途端、もういよいよツイッターやがもう使えなくなってくるな。
サード換気性使えなくなったのつら。
そうなんだよな。じゃあファーストパーティーがあるのかっつったらないじゃんないっていうかねえ、意味わかんないよな、イーロン・マスクよ。まあいいや、どうでもいいや。ということで今でそうか、
ツイッターやめよう。
いやツイートデックが使えなくなったらちょっとね、やめようっていうか、どう使えばいいか分かんなくなってるからな。いちいちアプリでさ一個一個タイムライン確認するのすげえめんどくさいもん。とりあえずサブクエやろう。サブクエがあるから。
Good day to you.
Good day to you too. 久々だな。なるほどね。クリスタルがなくなったから魔法が弱くなってると。
まだ人が住んでんのか。
そうだね。まあでもここら辺はあれ言うて、だからね、ここのクリスタルがなくなって、ここもクリスタルがなくなって、魔法が弱くなってるってどういうことよ。要するにさ、この人たちクリスタルがないと使え、違うか、この人たちベアラーなのか。お前ベアラー？ベアラーじゃないのか。だから普通の人たちでしょ。だからクリスタル使って魔法を使ってるわけでしょ。どうなんだろうね。マザークリスタル壊すじゃん。その段階でさ、在庫分のクリスタルってのは使えんのかな。それとももう一気に全部使えなくなるのかな。それが弱くなってるって話なのかな。 でまあ在庫分がなくなったら他のねマザークリスタルがまだある地域から輸入しなきゃいけなくなるしね。もうまだ使えてるんだって話だよね。もうこれの人たちぐらいさ、もういい加減もう魔法に頼るなって言った方がいいんじゃないの。
Clive,
相
your
場使えなくなるん
timing
だ
is
から。
exquisite as always. I have a concern which you may be able to assist me with.
Go on.
There are whisperings afoot of shadowy figures having been sighted outside the village. Rustlings in the undergrowth, suspicious noises. My people fear that they are being watched. It may be no more than a surfeit of nerves, understandable in the current climate, or it may be the prelude to something altogether more dangerous. Given what I hope you'll forgive me calling your nose for trouble, I wondered if you might investigate.
いいよ。
Of course.
今
Excellent.
令和出すっつってお金の
You
欄
might
ゼロだっ
begin
たの。
by speaking with the good citizens of Lostwing. Listen to their tales.
まず金だろ。
and
金
make
プラ
what
ス
you
ア
will
ルファ
of
だろ。
All right. I will.
金は何にも優先されるだろう。まあでもこれだからさ、言ってしまえばさ、まあだから FF7 で一緒だけどさ、ね、地球に害があるからっつって発電所全部止める話でしょ。
I better find out if this is just nerves.
でもう電気止まるから電気に頼るなって話でしょ。そりゃ無理だよな。今電気止められたらどうやって生きていくんだよって話になるよな。
You're quite talented with that rod of yours.
だってそれ前提で発展してきてんだから。迷惑な話だよな。星の悲鳴が聞こえなきゃじゃねえんだよ。聞こえねえよ。
Word is the Black Shields took a hiding for some bearers in the open.
Excuse me.
聞きたくもない。
Quentin mentioned strange figures having been
で
sighted
も
in
黒
the
の
village.
一体として見えてるよ
You。seen anything?
まあね、だからそれはだから分かりやすくしてるわけだよ。
I heard the rumors,
そこを可視化してるわけでしょ。
I'm here most days, right
で
next
まあ
to the
単
gate,
純に
and
住
I
む
ain't
場所が
seen
なくなっ
nothing
て
out
く
of
か
the
らね。
ordinary. Don't worry. Any shady characters
あれだけども
try and slip into town this
で
way,
もさ
and I'll
地
soon
球だって
come
さそれ
running
で砂漠化っていう
and shouting.
話になってくるじゃん。また別の話だけどさ。
Thank you.
砂漠化ってでもなんか最近聞かないね。今問題ないんだろうか。
ちゃんと進ん
ちゃん
でるよ
と進んでる？よかったよかった。よかったよかったじゃないんだけど。
Do you have a moment?
そう考えると
Let's talk of suspicious
セ
figures in
フ
the
ィロス
woods.
は
Have you seen anything?
まあ正しいというかね、星がダメになったら次の星行けばいいじゃんっていう。
Sound of scraping metal, like someone sharpening a sword.
Where was this?
In Lorbert's Pass. Was out foraging for herbs when I heard it, screeching out from between the trees. Ran back here as quick as my legs would carry me, and I ain't been back since.
I see. I'll look into it. Thank you. Seems Lorbert's Pass is our best bet then. What do you
あ
say,
れもう
Togo?
一人聞かなくていいの？
Shall we go and investigate?
もう一人いたよね。
他の大陸はないのかね。
あるある。灰の大陸ってのがある。こっち側のだ二大大陸だよね。わかんない。この外があるのかわかんないけど、大陸2つに分かれてる。でプラスこの群島みたいな感じ。鉄の王国。この右下気になるよね。これなんだろうね。でこれの他にはもうないんだろうか。 目的地周辺です。ナビを終了いたします。
You there?
何？
Fuck!
あ、こんにちは。
He's seen us.
ファック。
Get them before they escape.
Black Shields. Here. What the hell are you doing here?
What is it to you? Not that we give a damn. All that matters to us is that you don't leave here alive.
Stay down. Stay down.
なんだあいつ。遠くから狙いやがる。こいつ足癖悪いよね。なかなか主人公がやっちゃいけない攻撃してるよね。
Why were they here? Are they planning an attack on Lost Wing? I need to warn Quentin.
Clive, how goes the hunt for our sinister figures?
I found some Black Shields hiding near Lorbert's Pass. They're gone now.
Black Shields. The Empress's former bloodhounds. Though they serve another master now. One who means to root out and destroy both me and those I care for. And it would appear the pack has finally caught the scent of its prey. Damn it all. I had hoped I would have more time than this.
やつ。
More time to prepare. But if we are cornered, we have no choice but to bite back. And bite back we shall.
I'm sorry. You're going to need to explain. Who did the Black Shield serve now? And why would that person want you dead?
Because I want him dead.
は。
Who?
The former Lord Chief Justice of Sanbreque.
ほう。
All that I have built here
お偉い人じゃん。
is for him.
I don't understand. Why him? Why Lost Wing?
I suppose it is better that you know the truth. I was a member of the judiciary once. So sickened was I by the injustice of this world, I swore to fight it. And fight it I did in my own small
高
way.
級取りだったでしょ。
I saw more than a few corrupt officials condemned to the very cells into which they had thrown blameless
karma go.
innocents. Men to whom the law was but a scourge to turn against the powerless. And throughout, it was the Lord Chief Justice who backed me, who was my one true ally in the quest to see justice done.
仇切ってん
So
の。
what changed?
I discovered that he hunted bearers for sport.
Huh.
I was a fool to think he shared my hatred of venality and vice. His support for me was no more than a facade,
敵とはなら
a
ない。
means of ridding himself of his rivals, a mask to hide the rot beneath.
あ、なるほどね。
I filed suit against him immediately. His response, however, was rather more visceral. He had my entire family slaughtered, and he faced no punishment whatsoever. I lost everything. My loved ones, my livelihood,
なるほどね。
position, the faith I had once held that any modicum of justice might be
もうすでに何
achieved
人か殺して
through
ん
the
だ。
courts.
や
So
る
I
ね。
set about enacting my own. I tracked down every soul who served him and slit their throats myself. But the man himself proved an altogether more difficult
やる
target.
ね。
With money and power
Why?
come protection.
怖っ。
And so I saw that I would need an army of my own. I came here to Lostwing and began recruiting like-minded
その
individuals.
ためにとは思えないけどな。割と平和な村だよ。
Everyone here knows this is why you do what you do.
Of course.
ええ
They too have lost loved ones to
怖い
the
この村。
bearer hunts.
怖っ。
Seen faultless friends sent to the gallows to
ほんとこ。
spare the guilty. All under the watchful eye of the Lord Chief Justice. Our wounds are the same. And our cause is the same. We are comrades. And our revenge is already in motion. We know where he hides, how numerous and well trained his guard. What we did not know until now, however, was that his plans may already be in motion too.
Quentin,
Our time is short. He may move against us at any moment, unless we move against him first. My friends and comrades, it begins. Make ready for war.
Make ready for war. Be prepared. 怖っ。
I'm not going to change his mind.
なるほどね。ふん。そしたらあれやるか。S 行くか。でも S ってさ、ロザリアの廃村ってどうやって行くんだっけ？ロザリアの廃村ってどうやって行くんだっけ？クレシダ廃村？違うね。ちょっと一回戻ろうか。
エアコン設置が全然進まなくてリスキーマムになっちまったのかな。
そんななんか怨念みたいな。
We're seeing troops amassing at every corner.
ロザリアの廃村奥。ロザリア？ロザリスじゃないのか。ロザリアの廃村奥にある巨大な遺物の調査。ロザリアっていうことはもうこのこれがロザリアだよね。そうするとこれか？クレシダ廃村か？それ以外の廃村ってないよね。 うん、ここに行ってみようか。さあ S に勝てるのか。ここどこ？裏。
No need to ride from here.
ぽいね。ここ墓参りしたとこだ。異物？さてと。あの人 S？ あれ S だ。でもあの人だったら戦いやすいよ。アトラス。
Another relic of the fallen. Well, it seems this one has a little more life left in it. All right then.
45レベじゃん。
45レ、あ、本当だ。
I needed that. Nice try.
あ、痛い。やばいやばい。
I needed that.やーん。待って、守りの薬が飲めてない。なんか
あーいててててて、やばいやばいやばい。なんと始まる。しょうがない、だって目の前に股間があるんだから。いやー痛い。いやー、半分か。2回やんなきゃいけないってことね。おー、何いった。ちょっと待って、葉っぱが邪魔、葉っぱが邪魔。いやー、待って。なるほどね。
剣と棍棒って同じ性質らしいの。
性質？どういうこと？強いね、エース。どこ？こんなとこ始まるの？こんなとこから始まるの？最寄りってもう直線距離なんだ。なるほどね。これさ、守りの薬ってさ、補充されないんだよね、多分ね。
制圧能力だったかな。
何がどういうこと？何の話？ゲームの話？ちょっとアビリティポイント 20% は今いいから守りだな。でだからホイーストプールでここら辺に物を売ってくれる人はいない。
月とかだと相手仕留める能力高いらしいけど、相手を止める能力は斬撃のがいいんだとか。
それ何？リアルの話？ゲームの話じゃないよね。
全部避ければ問題ないよ。
ゲームの話じゃないよね。月だのなんだのってないもんね。そう、当たらなければどうということはないんだよ。
What are you after? Thanks very much.
もしこれ
Thank you for sticking with us.
But the Empire have dragoons.
強いんだけどリトライ性悪いな。こんな遠くからなっちゃうんだ。
Ready, girl?
Yeah!
できないのか。
All right.
こっちじゃない。
I can walk from here.
レベルアップした。これで勝つる。これでたかだかレベル差は10になったから青く光ってますな。こんにちは、お久しぶりです。そしたらまず、守りの薬、力の薬使ってで、だから、エリクサーを、ショートカットに登録してあ、やばい。こういう遊びちゃダメ。いらないやろ。この3発目のリズムでよくなる。ああ、いていていていていていて。これ避けなくていいだろ、このところにいたら。これどうなんだろうな、この避けてプレシジョンどっちでこの攻撃力バフを受けた方がいいのか、それともジャストガードで股間パンチの方が強いのか、どっちの方が強いんだろうな。痛い。ほら、このパンチ、このパンチ。どうだろう、見た目どっちの方がダメージってんのかな。その突進分かりづらいな、手が。今のラッキー。いやー、ちょっと時間かかりすぎるか、あれは。もったいないな。よし、痛い。この突進が分かんねえんだよな。いやー、きちい。待って、このさ、攻撃した後燃えてんのずるい。防御削るんか。 あ、そうなの。あんま俺素早い使わないんだよね。違う。なんでよ。そうか、これはプレシジョンどっちにね扱いにならないのか。あー、まず
ああいう店も使わないと滅びちゃうからね。
そうね。でエリクサーを使う。あれエリクサーってこのゲージもリミットブレイクゲージも回復するのかと思ったら違うんだね。これミスったな。あ、そう減らないんだ。え、まだあ、間違えた。間違えたーい。いやー、削りきれないね。
そろそろ終盤です。
だいぶストーリー的にはどうだろう。中盤は超えたかなって感じかな。熱い熱い、この残りがやめて。いける、これいけるだろ。よし。よしよしよし。お、オリハルコンじゃん。オリハルコン。
Back to sleep with you.
いや、なんだかなったね。いいね、この剣もらおうよ。強そうじゃん。使えなさそう。握れない。ほら、喜べよ。サービスショットだぞ。綺麗。
When did you get so big?
よし。ね、これで OK やね。なんか随分意味深ななんか説明だったからさ、なんかイベントがあんのかと思いきやそうではなかったね。
Well, don't just stand there, Gob. You'll not find a better price than that. You're rubbing me blind, you know. You'll not find a better price than that. Finished, are you?
ほい、そしたらヘレナ。
I went up to give some greens to the chocolate.
チャコバオ。お、なんか水豚がある。水豚？水トイトイがある。いいね、こういうの好き。なのであそここで水を浄化して、でここから水を流してるんだ。
Editors started reading books that don't have any pictures in.
Any pictures in? ほい。で今度カブト作るとね。
Is this about the helm?
Yes.
Helm.
Mid said I should speak with you.
I'll show you the plans then. Here you see the mithril engine, in which mithril is burned to generate heat. That heat is then harnessed to produce motive force. Excess heat is dealt with by means of the thermal displacement stack, which disperses it into the surrounding air. Now, were we to rely on thermal plating alone to achieve this effect, the rate of excess heat buildup would far exceed the displacement coefficient of the plating. In other words, the reactor would overheat and eventually explode. This is where the helm comes in. It connects to the plating, you see, and serves as a sort of thermal sink to absorb all that excess energy. Our experiments have shown that fallen ceramics are remarkably thermophilic. They can withstand and absorb levels of heat far above anything we are able to make today. And not only that, they're also waterproof and immune to rust, making them the perfect material for our protective hood. Why? If sea or rainwater were to enter the reactor proper, it would vaporize instantly. The forces produced would tear the ship from stern to...
You can stop there. I understand. Mid said we might be able to use parts of a fallen ruin. Where would I find it?
Ah, yes. It's in Lorbert's Pass, near Lostwing. The thing is, well, I probably should have arranged to have the pieces we need brought here sooner. You see, a certain unwanted visitor has taken up residence there. It's no longer a matter of just walking in and taking them. It's, going to be considerably more dangerous than that.
I see. Then I suppose I'd better deal with this unwanted visitor for you. Would that help?
Visitor for you.
Oh, very much. Thank you, Sid. I'll gather my team and head there right away. We'll meet you outside the ruins.
ほい。チュルチュチュチュチュロストウィング金庫のロベール・リンド。
初代カサンタを捨てた。
倒した。やったやった。もう大丈夫、なんかここもうなんか臨戦態勢だけど。大丈夫。
You know what you have to do.
I won't let you down.
I won't let you
That
down.
his lordship's vultures should be found circling the village can mean only one thing. That he means to strike.
If you're ready, we leave at once.
Don't let me down. Don't let me down. I guess nobody ever loved me like she does. She does. Yeah, she does. で、どっから行けってワイン通路を通っていく？通っていかない。こっちね。カッターモンとかね。一本道だよね、確か。あ、ダメなのね。はい。
Oh, there you are, Sid. Thanks so much for coming. The, ruins are just over there, as is the creature I told you about, I'd imagine. Would you mind?
Of course.
なんか山仕事があるのか。
Anybody home?
Anybody home? あ、You harm. 後ろから？
This must be our unwanted visitor. Time to go.
レベル30とか笑っちゃうよな。こちとら S をやってんだぜ。はいで。
Too slow. Nice try. Well done, Torna.
痛い痛い痛い。はーい。ほい。余裕ですな。
The things I do for you, Mid.
Sid! Oh, thank goodness you're safe.
You shouldn't have any trouble now.
Indeed. Well,
Don't let us keep you. We'll, see that everything is transported safely back to the hideaway.
All right. I'll let Mid know you're on your way.
Oui. はあはあ。力のくせのここじゃな。そしたらば戻りましょうねと。どれだっけこれか。
We're seeing troops amassing at every port.
Welcome to the Patron's Whisper.
おい。
Here you are.
ダイヤウルフアンクレット。お、アビリティポイントいいね。
Here you are.
ダイヤウルフアンクレットってのはコンボのダメージ。コンボって広いな。
Mid. Helena has recovered the material for the helm. She'll be along shortly.
Excellent. Another job well done.
And just one remaining.
Right. Right, the shielding. This one's a bit of a bugger.
How so?
The plating's enough to stop the engines going pop, but those things will still be spitting out enough fire to set the rest of the ship ablaze. Which is why you need proper shielding. A prism for the dragon's breath that's blazing away inside. I thought a triple thick layer of tempered steel might do it. Or more of the stuff that the Fallen use, but they'd both be too heavy. The helm and the plating are bulky enough as it is. Add any more weight and the whole ship would be at the bottom of the briny before we'd even started. I need something light. But I've racked my brains and I just can't think what would do it.
Well, if I were in need of obscure knowledge, I know whose counsel I would seek. Harpocrates.
Tomes?
Harpocrates.
Yeah, well, I'd thought of that, obviously. I've got all the details written down here. Can you take this to him, see what he makes of it?
Right away.
Right away.
Editors started reading books that don't have any pictures
Harpocrates, do you have the moment?
For you, Clive, always.
Well, actually, it's for mid this time. Could you take a look at this?
Difficult.
Shielding for a mithril engine. Whatever will that girl think of next? And what are these notes around the edges?
She has some specific requirements for the materials. The shielding needs to be able to resist extreme heat on the inside, and yet remain cool enough on the outside not to set the ship alight, while also being light enough not to sink it. As you can imagine, she's struggling to find anything that meets her needs.
I see.
I wondered if you might know of a solution, or if you might be able to search the records for one.
Perhaps it is not a different material she requires, but a different approach.
What do you mean?
Consider the lake we have made our home. Its blighted waters eat away far more quickly than fresh water or even brine, at timber and steel alike. And yet, we have made a home here from those very materials nonetheless.
We have. But Bardolph must varnish every board twice over to keep it from rotting. And Obelisk complains that without a constant supply of pitch. I see.
Early Gregorian histories speak of a preparation known as moon dew. It is said to be able to resist even the most ferocious flames. Dragoons tamed the worms and wyverns of the realm. Nobles would daub their castle walls with it in order to guard against dragon fire.
So if we could recreate it...
It might be applied to some material or other in order to provide the protection Mid requires. As to how best to apply it and to what material, perhaps Bardolph and Obelisk might be of assistance. I shall speak to them and see what wisdom they might have to offer. If you would be so kind as to procure the necessary ingredients, I shall discuss the specifics of how it might be most effectively put to use with our two friends. The knowledge of the past may yet prove useful to we of the modern era.
Thank you, Harpocrates. And since you're asking others to help you, perhaps I should too.
Oh, ジルじゃん。
So you need a hand, do you?
We do. I'll be heading to market for the ingredients we need. I could do with some help. And some company too.
Oh,
the other can assist me in researching how best to prepare the shielding itself.
Can we count on your aid?
Always. Well, if Jill's game.
Thank you.
I am sure either of these fine young minds
なるほど
will
ね。
be indispensable in my research. I leave the decision as to who will go with whom in your capable hands, Clive.
悩む
Shielding that guards against even the most ferocious flames. We could have done with some of that in
バレッ
Dustinus.
トにはしない。
I doubt I would have survived that place with or without it.
Eh?
A trip to Northreach, though, I think either of us
こ
could
れで
handle.
ジル選ばなかったらどうなっちゃうの？ジルメンヘラになっちゃわない？待って、これはさすがにセーブ不可避。これはセーブ不可避。いやー、タルヤ気になってたんだよな。気になってたんだよなって。違うよ、ジル。そういうことじゃないよ。
どう？ブライアン。お、トールートが確定してるよ。
そんな。
So, Clive,
この間選んだだけで
Who will accompany you on your little excursion?
いいよ、両方やろうぜ、もう。もう両方やろう、セーブしたし。
All right. So, what are we fetching?
I have taken the liberty of preparing a list. Here.
Garlic.
Conch shells? Are you sure this is the right list? Looks like the ingredients for someone's supper.
Though these items may seem mundane, they have potent effects that are rarely exploited, effects for which they were once highly prized. So much so, in fact, that they were harvested almost to extinction, hence moon dews having fallen from favor. Now, of course, they can be obtained with ease. You should be able to find everything you need at the market in Northreach.
Well, isn't that convenient? I was hoping to be able to make a trip over that way sometime soon. Need to speak to an old acquaintance. I'll meet you there.
All right. Stay safe.
地図の目が怖い。あ、怖い。
Good luck with your research.
大丈夫？拗ねてない？
Hippocrates and I will look after things here. You head over to Northreach.
そこで拗ねないのもな、なんかな。そこで
物語は終盤なのぜ。
どうだろう、終盤に入ったぐらいかな、わかんない。まあマザークリスタルの数は順調に減ってる。あと2個。ここでさ、悔しがんないのも寂しいよね。ちょっとぐらい拗ねてくれたっていいのに。
Now, where's Talia?
Keep them pilchards nice and chilled. I won't have you spoiling another catch.
Need to stock up on these.
There you are, Talia.
Ah, and there you are. We shouldn't have any problems finding what we need in a place like this. But if time is of the essence, perhaps we should split up. Take a few items each.
All right. What shall I look for?
Let's see now. Why don't you take the garlic and the pepio nuts? Meet me by the gate when you've got them.
Pipio no.
Buy, sell, or be gone. If that's what you want.
How the hell is anyone supposed to afford that price?
What can I interest you in today? I hope it's to your liking.
That should do it. Hopefully Talia's finished too.
Fresh cuts! Come! Come! You'll not find a bruised pippin in the bush.
Well, did you find everything?
I did. Here.
Garlic and pepio nuts. Job done. We should get this back to Tomes then. He'll be waiting. But we're not in too much of a rush, are we? Quick chat.
告白か？また川か。
Do you know, I think this is the very first time we've been out on an errand together.
Very first time.
I think you might be right.
In all the years since you and that scowl of yours first appeared, you haven't invited me out once. For shame.
Well, it seemed long overdue. And you did say you had some shopping to do.
I was hoping to restock my supplies of herbs and liniment, yes. You and Jill alone burned through them like wildfire. No luck, though. My usual supplier's not here, and I refuse to pay the prices these gougers charge.
I'll ask Karen when we get back. What is it?
Oh, just memories. I came here with Sid once, shopping for supplies, just like today. And just like today, I came away empty-handed. Sid even said he'd speak to Karen for me when we got back.
デジャブじゃん。
Has it really been 5 years? I remember it as if it was yesterday. Hold on. Does that mean it's been 5 years since we met? Feels a lot longer.
もう告白じゃん。
In a good way, of course. Thank you, Taya.
For what?
For everything. I just want you to know that all you've done for us, all you still do,
死ぬ
it's appreciated.
Do you think I'd stick around if I thought it wasn't? But in the spirit of sharing and caring, you're appreciated too, by all of us.
いい雰囲気じゃん。いやもう一歩行けばもう行けるぜ。行けるで。行けるでクライブ。
Well, I think we've tarried long enough. I ought to get these ingredients back to Tome so he can make up this concoction of his. I'll meet you back at the hideaway, all right?
All right. And thanks again.
I heard you the first time.
なんだよ、いい雰囲気じゃん。
I wonder how Hippocrates is getting on with the moon dew.
Jill-chan, どうだった?
Welcome home. He had a successful trip.
Ah, better late than never. We're ready to begin whenever you are.
これ下もあるんだね。こんな日が当たりそうなところに置いてていいの？焼けちゃわない？
How's work on the shielding progressing, Hippocrates?
Well, very well indeed. And thanks in no small part to your kind assistance. I was just explaining to Taya how we might best go about preparing the moon dew. And now that we have all the ingredients, we may begin.
You can count on me. I've mixed more than a few mysterious concoctions in my time.
I'm sure you have. What about the shielding itself?
Work is underway, under the watchful eyes of Bardolph and Obolus.
Apparently, it'll be ready soon.
Thank you. All of you.
All of you.
Right then. Jill, would you join me in the infirmary? Many hands make light work and all that.
Of course.
Oh, and Clive. It was good to talk.
Woo!
We should do it again sometime.
Yeah.
It appears our work here is almost at an end. A shame. I was enjoying playing the man of action for once. When both the shielding and the moon dew are ready, it will merely be a matter of applying the one to the other. Followed by a rigorous process of testing and retesting, of course. Perhaps someone ought to warn young Mid of that.
いやー、セブンリメイクのジェシーを思い出すね。
Thank you, Hippocrates.
サイク。なるほどね。よし、そして
リメイクでも死んじゃうんだって。
そうなんだよ。ジェシーが死んで、あのデブがなんか生き返るっていうか、生き残るんだよ。あれ？ あ、オートセーブか。オートセーブじゃなくて手動セーブ。ね。
So, Chloe.
ジルと行く。
Very well. So then, what do we need to find?
I have taken the liberty of preparing a list. Here.
White chocobo eggs. Pepio nuts. Are you sure this list is right? Everything on here seems very edible. I would have thought the ingredients would be a little more exotic.
Though these items may seem mundane, they have potent effects that are rarely exploited, effects for which they were once highly prized. So much so, in fact, that they were harvested almost to extinction. Now,
Is that so? I've been meaning to visit Northreach anyway. I'll set out now. Join me there when you're ready.
I will. Until then.
You two enjoy yourselves.
You too, Talia.
Good luck in Northreach. Try not to get too distracted from the task at hand.
Now, where's Jill?
Keep them pilchards nice and chilled. I won't have you.
Are those Pepio nuts? I can never tell.
How goes the hunt for ingredients?
I've only just started. I'm sure everything we need is somewhere amongst all these stalls, though. Why don't we split up and see? We'll take a couple of ingredients each.
All right. What am I looking for?
How about you look for the Pepio nuts and some garlic? I'll find the other things we need. We can meet by the gate when we're finished.
Up! You'll not find a bruised... Fresh cuts! Come and get them!
You haven't much, but you're free to look. I trust it's all here.
There's two.
Buy, sell,
Or be gone. That's everything. Let's see how Jill's getting on.
Did you find everything?
I did. Here.
Garlic and Pepio nuts. Perfect. Now all that remains is for Harpocrates to somehow turn all this into what Mid needs to keep her engine cool.
ここがブライアンだったら全然違うもの買ってきて死が借りてそう。
ないよ。そんなことして何の得があるんだよ。
But before we head back, would you walk with me a while?
で
Thank you for asking me to help you today. It makes a nice change.
It does. It's good to get away from all the battle and bloodshed for once. Just being here reminds me of when we were children. Do you remember? Walking down Market Street in Rosalith, taking in the sights and smells.
How could I forget? What with Torgal's antics. Remember how his nose would prick up at the scent of sausages? He'd go racing away and we'd have to go running after him. We wouldn't catch you now, would we, boy?
Oh.
Was there anything you wanted to buy for yourself while we're here?
There was, yes. Well, sort of. Molly in the kitchens told me about a place that sells particularly good pies. Thought you might like to share one with me.
I would. Thank you.
And I saw some bread.
買ったね。
Big white cobs like the baker back in Rosalith used to make. What do you think? I thought we might get some soup to dip it in, but then I tried a slice of the butcher's dry-cured ham and it was just...
You're right.
sorry. It's just... you're right. I really do feel like a child again being here with you. Clive. Is it wrong of me to enjoy this?
どういうこと?
No, Jill. This is how life should be. And it's how our lives will be when our work is finally done. When we can live on our own terms.
I hope so. Thank you, Clive.
これはもうチューしてるだろ。これはもうチューしてるよ。
Well, I suppose we best be getting back. I need to give these ingredients to Harpocrates and Talia. I'll see you at the hideaway.
Take care.
I will. You too.
Pam pom pom pam pam pom pam pom 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 pam pim pam pim pom.
I wonder how Harpocrates is getting on with the moon dew. How's work on the shielding progressing, Harpocrates?
Well, very well indeed. And thanks in no small part to your kind assistance. I was just explaining to Talia how we might best go about preparing the moon dew. And now that we have all the ingredients, we may begin.
You can count on me. I've mixed more than a few mysterious concoctions in my time.
I'm sure you have. What about the shielding itself?
Work is underway, under the watchful eyes of Bardolph and Obolus.
Apparently, it'll be ready soon.
Thank you. All of you.
Right then. Jill, would you join me in the infirmary? Many hands make light work and all that.
Of course. Oh, and Clive, thank you. It was nice just being with you.
It appears our work here is almost at an end. A shame. I was enjoying playing the man of action for once. When both the shielding and the moon dew are ready, it will merely be a matter of applying the one to the other, followed by a rigorous process of testing and retesting, of course. Perhaps someone ought to warn young Mid of that.
Leave it to me. Thank you, Harpocrates.
そんな言ったらオットーとガブでもなんか変わっちゃうことになる。
Well, I better go and give Mid the good news then.
アビリティさ、ガウジじゃなくってこれでエディアルブラストマスターができる。そうか。ああ、まだ足りねえな。あと4000も必要なのか。あれこれマスター化してないんだ。ああ、なるほどね。
I went up to give some greens to the chocolate.
It hasn't been.
Editors started reading books that don't have any pictures in.
Sorry to keep you waiting, Mid. But you'll be pleased to know that work on the shielding is underway.
You found something for it?
In a manner of speaking, Hippocrates knew of a substance that's highly resistant to heat. A coating that should provide the protection you need. He's supervising the construction and testing of the shielding as we speak.
Brilliant! I knew you wouldn't let me down.
Don't thank me. I'm just the errand boy.
Right then, better start working out how to bolt all these bits together. To the Black Hammer!
You know, when I got into the smithing game, I thought I'd be making swords and shields, not thermal bleeding didgeridoo-dahs.
Displacement stacks.
Same difference. Whatever you call it, I ain't putting it together in here. It's cramped enough as it is. Let's take this outside. Mid, you get all the parts lined up on the deck. I'll take care of the rest.
On my way!
Oh, and bring me the biggest hammer you can find. This is gonna require some precision walloping.
ブヤンこんにちは。
こんにちは、ワトさんじゃん。どうしたの？しばらくして。わざわざそんなこんにちはなんて珍しいじゃない。どうしたの？FF16 やってますよ。これ完成じゃないよね。
挨拶できないやつは何やってもダメだと思って挨拶しました。
挨拶できて偉い。
I'll be feeling my hammer arm for weeks.
でもね、挨拶はできたんだけどね、残念だからね、人の名前を間違えるっていうのは良くない。人の名前を間違えるっていうのはやっぱり挨拶しない以上に失礼。
You don't mean.
おはようございます。
おはようございます。ブアン。
Good luck to them, I say. Right, I'm off to get a sling for this elbow. Any other work comes in?
やっぱブライアンっていう名前においてラの存在ってさ、やっぱ5分の1以上の意味があると思うんだよね。やっぱブとラのね、重要度って相当高い。
The Enterprise will have 4 mithril engines, each needing its own displacement stack.
ブン。もうそれじゃもう誰だかわかんない。人かもわかんない。ただの擬音になっちゃう。
What's the matter?
Nothing. Just daydreaming. Thinking about the Enterprise sailing off over the horizon to shores unknown, searching for a land untouched by the blight.
ボーダーランズの映画楽しみだね。
So if the worst came to the worst and every scrap of soil in the twins turned black, we might still have a chance. That's what she was meant to be.
割とちゃんと楽しみ。
One last chance just in case we needed it.
やっぱ
But now she's so close to
ティナ
being finished.
の配役からしてなんかこ
I don't want it to be that.
うなんだろ
I don't want it to be just a lifeboat for us to cling to if things get
うなんか
desperate.
こうちゃんと選んでる感があっていい。
I want people to sail a border by choice, not from the lack of it. In a world where we're not just trying to
そう
survive,
今度
but
ね
where we can
ボーダー
actually
ランズが
live.
映画化するんで、実写映画化。
I'm working on that.
いつだっけ？
And I'll do
24
everything I
年
can to get you what you want.
25年って言ってたっけ？
Don't you always? All right. My mind's made up. As soon as
24
the
年8
Enterprise is
月
fit to sail,
来年
I'm putting her
1
under your
年後
command. Sod our plans. I'm trusting in yours.
Are you sure about this?
それまでにいろいろ終わらせないとだよ。
What my dad would have wanted.
He'd be proud of you.
まあどうだろうね、いろいろオマージュは入れてくるとは思うけど、ど
You're gonna visit his grave,
うだろう、
won't
プリシエクエルとか入ってくるかな。
And you can come too now that your little project is finished.
Right. There's just one thing I need to finish up first. Won't be a mo.
All right.
まあやっぱ配役から見ても
Meet us in the mess when you're ready.
ね、
Aye, aye, Captain.
1をこう再構成するみたいな感じじゃねえのかな。きっとだからアトラス社ねの社長の娘を探しに行くっていう依頼を受けて、でどうせね黒幕が親父だったみたいなそういう話なんじゃねえのかな。わかんないけど。
All right, Clive. Asterix. Mid finished sending half the hideaway traipsing across the twins, has she? I swear, that girl'd do anything to put off
あ、
visiting
そうだ、
her
そういや
old
そうだ
dad's grave.
墓参りに連れてきて
No
ましたね。
excuses now, though, eh?
Not quite. She said there was one final thing she had to take care of. I'm sure she'll be finished soon enough.
She said that? In those words?
She did, yes.
Clive,
何？
were you born yesterday or something? There is no thing. She'll probably be halfway to Canva by now.
I might still be able to catch her.
すっぽかしは良くないよ。ねえ、和田さん。すっぽかしはだね。
Is that you done then? Mid's not roped you into building the rest of the board, has she?
ごめん、聞いてなかった。
大丈夫。あれ、サブクエができてる。サブクエができてるじゃん。とりあえず見る話に行くか。あ、どっか行っちゃった？
Obelus, have you
び
seen
っく
Mid?
りしてる。それはダメだよ。
それはダメだよ。
Going
慌てじゃ
that
ん。
way.
Then I'm too late.
You in a hurry at all, are you? Oh, I offered to take her across, but she wouldn't wait. Just paid for a dinghy and rowed off. Always going like the clappers. Got some life in her, ain't she? But anyway, I was on my way up to see you, as it happens. Got a letter for you. Urgent, by the sound of it. One of your uncle's men said I was to hand it to you in person, post-bleeding haste. And you're here now.
Thank you, Obelus.
Don't mention it.
Don't mention it.
What tidings, Uncle?
おじよりクライブへ。自由都市カンベルの知人から奴が支援しているエンタープライズのことを聞いた。わしも後押しするとしよう。だが話によれば、無許可の大型船の造船にカンベルの役人どもが嗅ぎ回っているようだ。だってこんなとこで作ってもさ、カンベルの管轄内なの？このままでは手回しした新たな港の建築にも影響が出る。そこでガブ君の力を借りられないだろうか。連中の動きを探るのに一役買ってもらいたい。なるほどね。
Trouble in Canva. Well, I'll need someone to keep an eye on Mid.
So what? Mid got us to do all the dirty work and then just sailed off into the sunset?
It, seems that way.
Well, nothing we can do about it now. But next time you plan on visiting Sid, you might want to tie her to something before you suggest it.
Ah, don't be so hard on her. Got to admit, the dirty work was kind of fun. Everyone pitching in, all that bollocks. Just like when we built this place.
You're right.
Anyway, we all set to head to the old hideaway. I could do with getting to Canva pretty sharpish. Wouldn't do to keep Lord Rosfield of the Seven High Houses waiting now, would it? Not after he asked for me personally.
Gav will be leaving with me.
ああ、ミドは行かないけど俺らは行くよってことね。
You can count on me. Just be sure to give Sid and the others my regards. All right.
Oh, by the way, Jill will be joining us too. She's got some things to take care of, but she'll meet us there.
なんで
I hope she's telling the truth at least.
俺もまたきな臭いな。なんでよ。あら、サブクエできないじゃん。
誕生日かな。
旧隠れ家跡地。なるほどね。サプライズ来る？でもこの世界観で急にそんなイベントぶっ込まれたらちょっとシュールすぎんね。なんでそのマーク？ああ、なるほどね。これが墓石なのね。墓標なのね。ハンマー。ハンマーカンマー。
死体は持ってこれたのか。
どうなんだろう。
I remember what you told me. But if no one is listening to what you have to say, you may as well not say it. But I will say this, old friend. Hugo Kuka is gone. His shadow looms over us no longer.
Yeah, does it?
It's a pity the Phoenix can't be in two places at once. If he'd have been with us, maybe he could have done something for the lost.
Not even the Phoenix can bring people back from the dead.
不死鳥が聞いてあげるわ。
Life has a beginning and an end.
And the end.
So we must live while we have the chance. And not as slaves to the crystals, but as free men.
May we join you?
あれなんでお前来たの？ああ、みんな来ちゃった。ばあちゃん、こんな遠路はるばる。
Lady Karen, what a pleasant surprise.
I thought I'd drop by and see how you were all doing before heading off to restock my supplies.
Saすがジル、ちゃんと立ててくれる。
It wasn't the most scenic view back then, but it were never as bad as this.
I know. The blight marches on. And soon, there will be no escaping sights like these. So our mission remains unchanged. We cannot stop until every Mother Crystal is gone, and their thirst for ether with them. The only one that remains in Storm is Drake's Tail in the Crystalline Dominion.
Our next target.
We're going to Twinside.
It's the capital of the Empire these days. I wouldn't like to think how tightly guarded they've got the place. Not that that'll stop you, but we do well to scout it out before you go charging in.
We would indeed.
If you're off to the Dominion, you can take this great lump with you.
Goods.
Oh, I am sorry. Have you forgotten you're the most wanted man in the Twins? I thought you might like to disguise yourselves as the attendants of a travelling trader, assuming you've no better ideas. You wanted to buy yourself some tools, didn't you? Well, now's your chance.
You're letting me go with them. Oh,
壊れちゃう壊れちゃう壊れちゃう壊れちゃ
Stop
う
that! You break me bones, you great galoot.
こいつやばいよな
There's a caravan that runs back and forth between the Dominion and the
ど
Bocklat
う見ても
Market.
パワー系辞書
It's managed by the Merchants Guild. Just show them Goots's Traders Pass and you'll be on your way. It'll be a damn sight less risky than footing it the length of the Crystal Road. That's for sure.
Thank you, Karen. And glad to have you with us, Goots.
Okay then. I'll get me things and I'll meet yous there. See yous down in Bucklad.
Get off! You poor fingers!
壊れちゃう壊れちゃう
Jill, you're with me.
Understood.
And Gav,
Already on my way, Captain.
be careful.
Aren't I always?
あ死ぬなあこれ死ぬなそんな急にそんなこっから別れちゃう
Do you see that, Sid? Your protege's making a proper little outlaw of himself.
Oh, 新たななるほどねこれサブクエやってもいいのかな俺の部屋
He cracked the crystal too.
Ha. またなんかやってんのまたなんか気にしてんのブラックソン
Hopefully it's nothing. But I should speak to Blackthorn just in case.
ああここでサブクエ受けることもあんのか
Blackthorn, do you have a moment?
Not really, no.
This won't take long. I just wanted to ask how you're getting on. August was worried about you, and you might still be doubting your craft, even after learning the trick of that cuirass. Is there something else weighing on your mind? Perhaps sharing your thoughts might help.
That bastard's like a dog with a bone. Still, he's got a keen eye, I'll give him that. He's just, well, Karen showed me something. Something I've never seen before.
And that was?
そんなゴロゴロしてんの
An odd-looking thing with a single-edged blade. The metal itself wasn't anything to write home about, but fuck me. The edge on it. You could slice a man clean in two with a weapon like that, and he'd be halfway home before he even realised he'd been cut.
So that's what's troubling you.
No. Not troubling me exactly. More distracting. Can't stop thinking, how do you get an edge that sharp? It's driving me mad.
And if you knew how to do it, we could arm the curse breakers with even better blades.
That's about the size of it, yeah.
I'll see what I can find out. Sharper swords are always welcome. And we can't have our master blacksmith being distracted.
You're a soft touch, you know that. But I can't say I'm not grateful for it. Good luck, eh?
Thank you. Let's see what Karen knows about this sword. You're looking well, Karen.
What do you want? Out with it.
I want to know about the sword you showed Blackthorn. Single-edged and extremely sharp.
Running around after him again, are you?
I suppose I am, yes. But I need to help him find out how to work an edge like that.
そんなん知れてたんなら俺に言って
Driving
くれ
into
よ。
distraction.
Little wonder, I suppose. There's not many like that make it as far as the twins, and those that do go straight into private collections. Which made it nice and easy finding a buyer.
Can you tell me who bought it? Where is it now?
You think I tell people who my clients are? Suppose you're not likely to go nicking him off me, are you now? Fine. If you stop mooning at me like that. Lord Ignac's the man you want. Dalmekian bloke. Collects weapons and the like. And he's got more money than sense, which is why he's one of my favourite clients. Reckon he'll still be at the inn in Dalamil, where I left him.
Thank you, Karen.
And he's a touch eccentric, if you take my meaning.
I appreciate the warning.
No? ああ、いけないよね。なるほど、ダメなんだ。じゃあメイン進めるしかないんだ。はい。じゃんじゃんじゃんじゃんじゃんじゃんじゃんじゃんじゃんクリスタル自治療へ。
How are you feeling?
Better. Thanks to Taya.
I'm glad to hear it.
And Torgal helped too. Didn't you, boy?
あ、これでいける。あ、ここにもあるなんか。ちょっとじゃあ先にサブクエやっちゃおう。
People take notice of wealthy men. Shouldn't be too hard to track down Karen's collector.
And it's gone. The whole mother crystal gone. What are we gonna do?
Calm yourself. We don't know.
My reputation will be ruined. Ruined!
Calm yourself, Lord Ignac, I beg of you, before you do yourself a mischief.
Pardon the intrusion, but...
Out! Get out!
言うほどストック
I
じゃなかっ
paid
た。
for these rooms so I wouldn't be disturbed. Leave me be!
Please, allow me to apologize. His lordship is going through a difficult time, and he's never been fond of guests arriving unannounced.
Radim! Get rid of the filthy oaf this instant!
Very good, Lord Ignac. Would you mind stepping outside for a moment?
そんな見ず知らずの他人にそんなずいぶん親身だな。
I'm sorry if I've caused you any trouble.
That? Oh, no. That's just how his lordship is. Though the morning's events have left him somewhat fractious. He has been dispossessed of his luggage, you see. The thieves also made away with a considerable amount of coin. Coin the innkeeper will soon be keen to collect.
I don't suppose a certain blade was among the stolen items. A single-edged sword. It was purchased from a merchant friend of mine.
Ah, you know Lady Karen.
You know Lady
yes,
Karen.
I'm afraid it was.
Then I'll retrieve Lord Ignac's luggage. But I have one condition.
You have but to state it. You are welcome to anything that is within my power to grant.
want an audience with Lord Ignac. A few minutes should be enough. Then I'll be on my way.
A condition I would be a fool to refuse. Of course, you shall have your audience.
I don't suppose you saw where the thieves went?
I did not, no. Though some discreet inquiries made on his lordship's behalf mean that I know where you might find them. The bandit's bed. Every ill-gotten coin in Dalamel is said to pass through that disreputable corner of the Valcroy.
And that's where I'm heading.
I shall speak to Lord Ignac in your absence, and arrange for an audience upon your triumphant return.
That will be very kind of you.
Farewell, and best of luck.
どうしようかな。明日サイクリング行こうかな。サイクリング行ってもいいな。
Let's go. Run like the wind.
We're not alone.
こんにちは。
We've got company. Come on, lads, let's tear the bastard's head off.
Soil stone!
This must be Ignac's luggage. Nothing seems to be damaged. All right. Let's get it back to Dalamel.
ショタカ、俺が遊びに行くと配信終わっちゃう。悲しい。
なんか見られたくないことしてんじゃないの？やべえ、
Here I have you to thank for the return of my effects. What shall I call you, my good man?
しまえしまえ。
Wyvern. Glad to make your acquaintance.
A formidable name.
そういや、その名前だったね。
Well, Wyvern, I appear to be in your debt.
Why?
Redeem here tells me you wished for an audio.
友達だと思ってたのに。
なかなかね、友達と思ってても向こうは友達と思ってないってことあるだろうしね。
You're a peculiar fellow, Wyvern. All right, speak.
Master Wyvern was wondering if you could tell him about a certain single-edged sword you recently acquired.
Oh, a true work of art, that one. Karen drove me hard on the price, but I would have sold her Radim here to get my hands on that sword.
須高さん、心の底では
It was made in the outer isles, far beyond the twin.
誰のことも友達だと思ってなさそうっていうか、友達っていう概念をきちんと理解してるところか、してるか怪しいところは。
Each sword is made for that one perfect stroke, and for that stroke
次元流じゃん。
they
薩摩本部
crack
が始
on
ま
a
った。
second blow. There's a brutal sort of beauty to it, really.
But how do they hone such an edge?
Fine question. Why, they use a whetstone, of course. Whetstones, rather. A whole array of them, ranging from a coarse to the fine. 10,000 licks with the sharpening stone, then
友達ってさ、いや友達って何をもっ友達なのかわからないじゃん。仲のいい知り合いと何か違うの。ええ。
A mineral quite foreign to this great realm of ours. And that
いやでも上には上がいるからな。仲いい人って本当に仲いいんだろうからさ。一般的に見て仲がいいってどうなんだろうな。
Take this together with my regards.
どうなのみんな友達ってどのぐらい仲いいの
Far rarer among collectors than even the blade itself, and a far more fitting payment.
Thank you.
Pardon the
いや
intrusion,
目の
my
違
lordship.
う砥石をいっぱい使うっていう話でしょ。一個だけもらったところに。須高さんはずっと病んでる。須高さんはずっと病んでる。
Locked in bitter competition with a rival collector of curiosities.
もう生まれながらにして
I
病
am
んでる。
one step ahead of the unscrupulous scoundrel, but he is hard at my heels.
Are there many other collectors out there?
Too many to count, but only one do I
あ、なるほど。
consider my nemesis.
自分の叔父です。
Lord Byron Rosfield. And is a
しかしブ
perennial
ライアンのコミュ
thorn
力
in
の
my
高さがすげ
side.
えよ。
俺コミュ力高くはないよ。きっと。
Farewell, Wyvern. May our paths cross again.
俺割とコミュ力が低い
We
方だと
mustn't
思う。
dawdle.
I think his lordship is rather taken with you, Master
たまに
Wyvern.
痛感するもん。
Thank you again for your assistance. Coming, my lordship. I'll be right there.
ブライアンの職場って割とヤンキー遭遇しない。
Trust Uncle Byron
ま
to
あ
find such an interesting
年齢が
rival.
年齢だからさ、ヤンキー中とそうかっていうと
Let's see
ま
what Blackthorn makes of this whetstone, shall we?
あね、まあ土方だからさ、土方ではないんだけど、土木ではないからさ。まあヤンキー気質な人は多いよ。でもね、電気工事士ってそうでもないんだよ。もちろんね、建築現場周りはそういう人いっぱいいるけど、
その手の人と関わってると喧嘩なる自信しかないわ。
喧嘩するのもパワーいるじゃん。仕事場でそんな喧嘩するほどその我を通さなきゃいけない場面なんてないし。そうですかって特に俺なんてさ、基本的に橋渡しする役だからさ。
こっち興味ないんだよ。向こうに嫌われる。
まあまあそういうのはあるよ。それはそういうのはある。
Hopefully you'll agree it was worth it.
You learned something about that sword then?
I did better than that.
聖砥石のかけら。
A whetstone.
Yes. But not one you'll find anywhere in Valisthea.
No wonder I couldn't get the same finish on the grinding wheel. One hit and all done, eh? Wouldn't be so bad if all you ever fought were duels.
ね、このファンタジーの世界のその時代背景みたいなのを考えると、そうか。ね、目の違う、ね、何百番とかってあるわけないしね。
I think so, yeah. With this whetstone and the right kind of steel, I could probably even make a twin of the blade to rattle me. But there'd be no replacing this little rock once I worn it down to a sliver. I reckon we get a dozen swords from it, if that. Swords that the curse breakers wouldn't know how to wield properly, and that would see them through a single fire piece. Nah, no point trying to copy that thing. Be about as much use as a wax anvil. But finishing our blades with a whetstone this fine, now that's something to consider. And what's finer than fallen masonry, eh? Or more hard-wearing, for that matter. Just imagine it. Good Valisthean steel with an edge as sharp as any found in the Outer Isles. I won't make a copy now. I'll make something much better.
外大陸って要するに灰の大陸のこと？さらにその外があるのかな？
Don't you worry about me, sunshine. I've been working day and night since I was half your age, and I'll still be here when you're long gone. Hey, thanks, Clive. I mean it. I owe you one, August too. It's good to know someone's looking out for me.
He'll be happy to hear you said that.
And I'll see that my debt to you's paid. First new blade I make's got your name on it.
お、とっ
You
てお
can't
き。
find me when you've got the materials.
素材はこっちなのね。
Right. I will.
素材が大変なんよ。エクスカリバーの書。なるほどね。絶対素材なんかないじゃん。
Clive. So, what'll it be?
でああ、エクスカリバー。ああ、ボムの魂。なるほどね。あ、ダイヤソードプラス1がつく。ああ、でも清流の骨がない。清流の骨って何？ボムの魂か清流の骨ね。まずボムの魂はあのマークがあったから多分リスキーモブなんだろう。精霊の骨は
Is it business
変えたりし
or
ない。
pleasure? Go on then.
変えたりはしないね。
Is that all? Well, don't just stand there gawping. Well, you won't hear me. The only drawback, still, it's a relief.
畜生め。
Thank you, Cla. Try not to get yourself killed, eh?
Back, are ya? Things here ain't too bad.
俺が発明したの？不意ごとろ。あ、そう。
Nah. Good bloody riddance. One included. Hmm.
そしたら大工房増進せよ。
went up to give some greens to the chocolate.
増進なんて言葉、添田あぜんぼうのなんだっけ、民権数え歌かなんかでしか聞いたことがない。国理民服増進史ってやつ。民族休養制。
That's it. Here, Sid. Reckon you might be just the man to help me out of a bit of bother, if you have a mind to.
こいつ裏切りそう。
Let's hear it.
Well, it's about this alembic the chief's got me making. Lovely bit of kit it is. Bung in the solution you want splitting, and it will separate it out, just like that.
なるほど。
Problem is, it won't always get rid of all the impurities. And with some of the stuff we need it for, that ain't good enough. Which is why I've been looking for something to filter the liquid we'll be cooking off. And that's where I was hoping you could help me out.
I imagine Ty could get some use out of this alembic too. Distilling medicines and the like. All right. Why not?
Proper job!
So what exactly do you need for this filter?
Nothing but bomb ash'll do, says the chief.
Oh.
Gave me a sample she'd obtained from the university stores. Couldn't believe my eyes. You pour the blackest blight water through it, and it comes out clear as a mountain stream.
Ah, thank you.
So, I did a bit of reading about where I might be able to get hold of some. And do you know what I found out? It's only the blimmin' bones of a bomb king. They leave them behind when they die, see?
I take it that's where I come in.
If you wouldn't mind. I saw a billet on the hunt board for one just the other day. Would have gone myself, but, well, fighting dirty great balls of flame isn't exactly my forte. You, on the other hand...
All right. I'll see what I can do.
Thank you kindly.
次ね、
good hunting,
サイクリングで行こうと思ってるところがちょっと遠いんだよ。18時までに帰ってこれるかな。18時までに帰ってくるとしたら何時から出なきゃいけないんだ？ボムキング。巨大な水壺。ザンブレ広告料。はあ。両場の外れにある森の中の遺跡。なるほど。何の水壺っつった？ザンブレク。ザンブレク？待って、どうだって？ザンブレク広告料？ロザリアじゃねえのか。ザンブレク広告料？ザンブレク広告料なんて今いける？ザンブレクってこれロザリアだもんね。まだ行ってないとこか。これダラメキ屋でしょ。あ、ここら辺か。あ、ここら辺だ。のなんとかの水壺。あ、両場。あ、この先だっちゅうこと。まだ行ったことないね。なるほどね。
Come on. All right.
Oh. なるほどね。天命館なんですか。これ天命館。
It'll do, girl.
ここまたなんかイベントで来るんだろうな。天命館って何の施設なんだ。こんにちは。あれ死んでない？あ、こんにちは。ボムキング B。余裕だな。
Look what we have here. Greetings, Your Majesty.
おお、びっくりした。あのゲージないじゃん。あ、てかちょっと待って。これがセーブされてない。なんだうち。あらそう。変更ぐらいいいじゃんね。あら、いっぱい出てきちゃった。なんかいっぱい出てきた。あ、ず ネーション。怖いよ怖いよ。よし。
ねえ、
はい、
ブライアン。
ブライアンです。お、ボムの魂じゃん。あ、ボムの魂じゃん。
Your reign is over. Now to collect the ash. This looks like the stuff. Let's see if there's any more.
あれ、ボムの魂ってことはもうエクスカリバー作れちゃうんじゃない？ひょっとして。
That should do it. If a wine needs more than this.
ここ10年の科学の進歩を知りたいんだけど、身の回りで増えた糸機器なんか教えて。
IT 機器 10年だといっぱいあるけど、でもね、この1年、
ウェブとかアプリでもか。
この1年で俺はだいぶ Wi-Fi による無線化が進んだね。スマートキー、家の鍵は自動化したし、まあ今 2PC でやってるけど 2PC とかもうWi-Fi で全部。
自動化は怖えな。
そうなんだ、今のとこね、唯一ね、締め出しの可能性が今あるんだよ。もう一個ね、追加しないといけないの。もう一個ね、キー入力ができるやつを追加すれば締め出しの危険性ってのはなくなるんだけど、今ね、普通の鍵とあと携帯を置いたまま家を出ると締め出されちゃうから、締め出されちゃうっていうか入ることができなくなっちゃうから、それだけ怖いんだよね今。であとテレビもね、Wi-Fi でスマホから操作できるし、これ便利なんだよな意外と。テレビもこのオーディオの AV シアターも。他になんだろうな、IT 機器。IT 機器。IT ね。IT じゃなきゃね、この間ソーダストリームって炭酸水作るやつ買ったり。
Twitter もそんくらいよな。
Twitter もそんくらいよな。何が10年前ってこと？
10年。
そういうこと？そうなるといっぱいあるだろうけど、なんだろう、10年前っていつ？25歳？23歳？ まだ大学生だよね。ウェブやアプリ何使ってる
？The one you keep your potions in. Reckon I could work some magic on that.
What kind of magic?
Well, we happen to have isolated a substance in our test run of the Olympic that I reckon will make even the toughest lever supple as anything.
Amazon プライムも比較的新しいか。
Save the hideaway a
そう
few
なの？
gil.
プライム、Amazon プライムっていつからやってる？あれ。
I reckon if we slap a bit on your bag, it'll loosen it up enough for you to squeeze in a bottle or two more.
Well, it can't hurt to
でも
try, I
10
suppose.
年前23の時と携帯で何やってるかっていうと、あんま
契約したつもりなかったのに勝手に入ってたんだよな、あれ。
大きく変わってない気がするんだけどな。
外国語吹き替えイメージ変わりますね。
いいでしょ？全然違うよね、イメージ。
What do you reckon?
でもね、主人公の声全然違うよね。
Flexible.
Right? Told you.
だいぶダンディズム。
Google マップのストリートビューも10年ちょっとらしいよ。
そうだっけ？結構前なんだな。
Without you, we'd never been able to discover wonders like that stuff I wrote
ヒゲダンディズム。
ヒゲダンよく知らないけど。
There's plenty more where that came from.
だって10年前からだって携帯でね、Twitter 見て LINE 見て Google マップ見てね、Amazon 見て
20年前だとインターネットが定額じゃないくらいだしな。乗り換え案内も見て。
乗り換え案内見て。あんま俺スマホって買い替える気になれなくて、スマホでやることってあんま変わってないからさ。まあだからそのね、このテレビの操作とかそういうのができるようになってはいるけど、別に機種変えなくてもねできるから。なんだろうね。別に大きく変わってないけどな。
ソシャゲとかやってるとパワー不足を感じてくるけどやってなきゃね。
全然やんないからな。いっぱい入ってんだけどね。なんかいろいろいっぱい入ってるけど全然やってない。
10年前じゃん。ブライアン放送してないじゃん。
ああ、そっか。ちょうど配信しだした頃か。だからそうだから今度8月の何日だっつってた？
ツイッチにも人がほとんどいなかった。
8月27日で配信10周年だから。はあ、これは助かる。
ライツベすら存在しなかった時代。
ポーションとハイポーションの所持数が増加する。ライツベ存在しなかった？嘘だよ。だって10年前から俺だって10年前の8月27日からライツベで配信開始してんだよ。それは嘘だよ。ライツベはもうあったよ。それにククルってどうなんだろう。ククルってどんなもんなの？あ、いいね。いいね。あ、素晴らしい。ククルも古いんでしょこのサイト時代は。
ナビ抜きサイトだったらしいからな。
その頃から考えると長いんじゃないの？これは助かるね。これだいぶ楽になるよ。でエクスカリバーも作るんでしょ。ほら作っちゃう。
It last you a good while.
Yay.
That it?
もう終盤だな。
そうだね。エクスカリバー作っちゃったからね。まあでもやっぱ現地装備揃えてからいよいよって感じしない？エクスカリバー。でそうポーションを。
You'll not find a better price than that. You're rubbing me blind, you know. It'd better all be here.
で
そんなにやり込みはないって聞いたけどどうです？
わかんない。まだクリアしてないからやり込みって言うとわかんないけど、まあでもサブクエは程よく。
この世界観でギルガメッシュ出てきたらすごい浮きそう。
そう別に喋んなきゃいいんじゃない？ギルガメッシュは喋んなきゃいいってとこあるから。サブクエはそれなりによくあるよ。よき感じにある。こんばんは。どうも。 ブライアンでございます。はい。ルジェナ・ダリミル。ああ、はいはいはい。はあ、トルガルのことで気になること。
What could be wrong with Torgor? He seemed well enough when I last saw him. I got your note. You think something's wrong with Torgor?
So you can read. Congratulations.
トルガル何にも見えてないだろ
I
今。
was wrong with him. I said something weren't right. He's not been eating my treats.
あら、食欲不
He
振。
used to love
夏
cracking
バ
the
テだ。
bones from Molly's boiled brown, but now he won't so much as look at them. Didn't like him. Which is why I'm of a mind that
今
his mind's
年
on something
暑いけど
else.
でも夏バテの感じないな。食欲もあるしな。
やっぱよくある洋芸と違って字幕が大きくて見やすくて
まあで
良い。
も最近は字幕のサイズが変更できるのが多いからね。
What was it you said he was? A frost wolf?
That's what the lawsman seems to think.
Then maybe this all has something to do with whatever it is that's woken inside him.
I suppose things have been different since Rosalith. Perhaps Hippocrates knows something.
Instead of everything, you mean? Perhaps.
一昔前は見せる気ないってくらい小さ
そうだ
かったね。
ね。特に PC だとさ、なんか解像度依存でさだったからさ、4K とかにするともうなんか全然読めない。
I don't think so.
かっ
But
たよ
according
ね。
to Lady Karen, he seems to have lost his appetite, which is certainly a new development. She says he's hardly been touching his bones of late, and she believes it may have something to do with what happened at Rosalith Castle.
I rather think she might be right, though not about his appetite. All canids are instinctively inclined to crack open bones for the
そう
rich
だからまだ
marrow that
ね、
reside
俺
within.
4090
I see
を
no reason why a frost
フルで
wolf should be
活
any
用してないか
あ
ら
いつら70インチディスプレイとか使ってんだろって思って開発してるだろうし。
それはそれで逆に読み見づらいよ。それをどの距離で見ろっちゅうね。
additional nourishment to sustain.
そう、スター・ウォーズは楽しみ
It
だ
may
な。
well be that the bones Lady Karen is accustomed to providing are no
強靭
longer
な魔物
sufficient.
ほどね。
Frost wolves, after all, habitually prey upon far larger animals, whose bones may yield altogether different nutrients. As to where one might find a suitable
あ
substitute,
あ、あいつらか。
some antelopes that graze the meadows of eastern Rosaria have been known to grow to a size more than double that of their lesser cousins.
I don't recall ever seeing any that large.
And little wonder. The oldest and largest such
ああ、あい
creatures
つも
rarely
い
leave the
るあい
safety
つ
of
ら
the
の
highlands for fear
強い
of
版ってこ
predators.
とね。
The last elder antelope sighting I recall hearing
またあそこ行く
about
の？
took place near Cressida, and that was long before the village was abandoned.
Even so, it seems like a good place to start.
Good hunting, Clive.
これからそれ定期的に取ってこなきゃいけない？こいつらの親玉ってことね。多分。じゃんじゃんじゃんじゃんじゃんじゃんじゃんじゃんじゃん。
Well, it's certainly quiet. If I were a giant antelope, it would seem like just the place.
なんかいっぱいいるよ。ああ、そっか。
I doubt we'll find one bigger than that. You hungry, Torgal? Titan! Die!
すっ飛んでってるけど。
Now.
なんかこう敵をさこうギュッて集めてくる技が欲しいな。あ、喜んでる喜んでる喜んでる喜んでる喜んでる。ワンワンかわいいかわいい。むしゃむしゃむしゃむしゃむしゃむしゃ。
That answers my question, which means we owe the lawsmen our thanks.
ワン。
You're just a big puppy, aren't you? A very big puppy.
Very big puppy.
You do know you can take that with you, Torgal. Lady Karen will be relieved to hear you've got your appetite back. Come on, boy.
Good boy. Cha 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 cha.
I noticed you and Torgal had gone off somewhere. Take him for a walk, did you?
You could say that.
So, Molly's leftovers weren't good enough, eh? That'll teach me for treating you like you're still a pup.
舌というか歯というか。
All right, no need to shout. Now we know what you're after, I can see about getting some in.
Speaking of which, I brought one for later. Can I leave it with you?
You can, eh? I'm nice like that. In return, you can thank Tomes for me. The bloody know-it-all.
I was just on my way to see him.
Ah, Clive. Were you able to locate your quarry?
We were indeed, Lawsman. You pointed us in exactly the right direction. And Torgal's been a very happy hound ever since.
Very good, very good.
Lady Karen sends her thanks, by the way, for your part in solving the mystery.
Ah. But that reminds me. After your last visit, I found myself pondering Torgal's talents. Do you recall our conversation concerning Lady Jill's role in Torgal's transformation?
About how she somehow woke the power within him.
Precisely that. A reasonable conclusion, I thought. But one which raised certain questions in my mind. You see, the Fenrir of legend served Shiva and Shiva alone. And while the powers attributed to him are certainly impressive, the records imply they are somewhat different in nature to those you described Torgal as having used.
What are you suggesting?
4時間か。
That Torgal may be the beneficiary of more than one icon's power. Consider that in addition to Lady Jill, he has served as a loyal companion to you, your brother, and even the late Cid. In short, the icons hitherto near at hand, or should I say at paw,
標高が500メートルあるんだな。
and that number has only grown as the realm's dominance have fallen to your sword. One can but speculate as to how all of this has affected Torgal.
He has seemed more fierce of late.
But if I am not mistaken, he will grow fiercer still. We are fortunate indeed to be able to count him amongst our allies and not our adversaries.
Oh, he's more than an ally. He's a friend.
友達だ。ワンコも友達。カバスの牙。トルガの攻撃が上がる。
Crack the crystal too.
Ha. 嬉しいお便りじゃねえな、サブクエ。
Shouldn't he be asking Otto for help?
Is that the thing Tomes helped?
Mid told me she was building a ship.
Clive, did you get my letter? That's why I'm here. Shh. Otto might be listening. Is this better? A little. Listen. I've some bad news. It turns out the hideaway may be slightly behind in its payment to certain lenders. And it's maybe my fault.
Maybe my fault じゃないんだよ。
I thought I had the numbers square. Sadly, that square turned out to be more of a circle. Zero, you might say. I can straighten it out, I swear, but
いや、俺だったら怒られないって。舐めてんだろ。
I'm gonna need help keeping it from
まあ、天津さえ手伝ってもらおうかと。
There you are! What a surprise!
舐めてんな。
So let me get this straight. You forget to pay our lenders what they're due.
知っててほっといてた？
Instead of coming straight to me,
様子見てた？ダメだよ。借金だよ。様子見ちゃダメよ。
Clive, the man in charge of the place you've been cheerfully trying to bankrupt. And you thought this was a cunning plan. Why? Well, who needs paying?
Oh, just Martha. And the dame. And, well, Lady Karen. But only
それぞれ
talents.
We owe 3 of our most trusted friends 5 million gil.
Each. 5 million each. They lent us the bulk of the money we used to rebuild the hideaway, you see, and well, I must have made some sort of oversight.
Those ledgers were my responsibility, and it was my decision to entrust them to you. This is my fault.
Do we have that much to hand? I can always ask my uncle.
No, we don't. And no, you won't. We've lightened Lord Rosfield's purse enough. After the king's ransom we had off him, he deserves better than to see our begging bowl.
考えが坊ちゃん。
We'll need to learn to stand on our own if we're gonna make this work.
All right. But that doesn't mean you have to shoulder the burden yourself. Is there anything I can do to help?
いや、これに関して俺にできることないよ。
How'd you fancy taking these to Martha and the dame?
Rocks.
10万ギルぐらいしか持ってないもん。
Rocks, he says. Worth 1,000 talents apiece, these are. A little something Sid and I set aside for when times got lean.
でもそれでも足り
And
ない
I
けど。
reckon 15 million in overdue debt probably qualifies. I just hope our associates' eyes are a bit more discerning than yours.
I'm sure there will be.
Should be me making the rounds, really. But you know how it is with this place. Orders to bark, asses to wipe and all that.
I know.
荷物の整理ぐらい誰かに頼めよ。
Go. Do you know why I only gave Master Clive here 2 star rubies?
Because you'd rather Lady Karen killed me.
Because I'd rather Lady Karen killed you.
Me.
Yes.
Well, I suppose this is goodbye then.
本当だよ。
Don't worry. I'm sure Karen will understand.
Really? Do you think so?
No, I don't.
なるほど。そしたらマーサの宿。あ、これ何？あ、周辺のコンテンツ。あ、これでリスキーモブが見れるんだ。へえ。なるほどね。
Clive, we weren't expecting you.
I wasn't expecting to be here.
よくでも催
But
促
it
とか来なかっ
seems
たね。
we still owe you a considerable amount of coin for your help with our rebuilding efforts. And though I doubt it's what you were expecting, we were hoping you'd take this as payment.
A star ruby? I can't accept
あ、
this.
スタールビーか。
It's worth at
Star
least twice
Ruby
what you owe me. More if you can find yourself the right buyer.
Think of the difference as interest.
Interest? If word got out I charged that much, no one would ever borrow from me again. Anyway, why are you the one here asking me about this? I'd have expected Otto. Bit much sending the Lord Marquis out to settle your debts, isn't it? The old goat working himself to death again.
Something like that. Most days I think he's the only reason the hideaway's still standing.
Same as always, eh? Back when the place was nothing but a twinkle in the eye of a recently retired Lord Commander, word is he was the first one Sid reached out to. Probably knew that without his strong arm and level head, the idea would never get off the ground. Sid may have been the face of the hideaway, but Otto's always been the backbone. And when Sid passed away, we were all worried that would be the end of it. That Otto would just give up.
His death was hard on everyone. But it must have hit Otto hardest of all.
But he didn't give up, did he? Quite the opposite, in fact. If I recall, he was the one who nominated you as Sid's replacement and rallied the rest around you. I reckon what he saw in Sid, he saw in you too. And don't we all? Doesn't hurt that you're half as stubborn and twice as handsome, neither. That, and you keep good company.
優しい。
I suppose I do.
次、イザベラ。久々に行くな。
There's talk that the
How the hell is anyone supposed to...
Citizens are free to come and go as they please. Checkpoint's open to all. You'll find a little beyond Northridge, though. When the throne moved south, most with any sense followed.
そうか。左遷されたわけでもないのに左遷みたいなもんだ。
Did you hear? The gates to Heaven Hall in the area were
ああ、
breached
知って
by
る知ってる。
someone
何それ
or something. The steward was in town earlier looking for men to come and repair it, but no one was keen to help.
よくわかんないです。その建物は何なの？門が壊されたから物騒ねっていうのもどうなの？
We should be in the Dominion, fighting and drinking and, well, mostly drinking.
いいじゃん、仕事減って。
Have you not heard? The capital has been abandoned. There's naught left here for anyone but ghosts. Have you not heard? The capital has been abandoned. There's naught left here for anyone but ghosts.
I want to see you again tonight. But the captain's late with our pay.
そうか、じゃあ召喚も
It's all right.
え
I'll be waiting.
談笑じゃん。そうか、召喚もだから商売上がったりだね。もう兵士たちの羽振りも悪くなっちゃったんだろうね。
Time was there were great coin sacks swinging from every belt in town. Not anymore. Since the capital moved, they're all shriveled to the size of peas.
悲しい。
Seeing as business is scarce these days, the Dame decided we should all learn to read. I only wish she had some smaller books. My arms ache something fierce.
What am I going to do without sweet water and oil of talc?
Still no caravan from the Dominion's perfumeries yet, then?
Milady, I come bearing gifts.
Gifts? Whatever is the occasion. Oh my. Clive, you really have outdone yourself.
Otto asked me to give it to you. To settle the hideaway's debt with the Veil. And to compensate you for the time it took us to do so.
You disappoint me, Clive. I thought you might finally be warming to me. Tell Otto he can keep his baubles. I tried to tell him as much the first time around. The man owes me nothing, nor does the hideaway.
PS5 のコントローラーなんか表面のゴミ取りづらい。
willingly. It was the least I could do.
You once told me Sid did you a kindness.
このわけのわかんない凹凸のせいで。
I'd like to do the same. Please, accept it. For my sake. And for Otto's. For all of us. For all you've done.
It is rather fetching, isn't it? Very well. Otto is lucky to have you, Clive. I doubt anything could ever replace his son. But you and the others at the hideaway are the closest thing he has to family.
Otto had a son.
Long ago, yes. Sid told me Otto lost him when he was just a boy, and blamed himself for not being able to stop it. I don't know how it happened, whether there was anything he could have done, but it was clear that it weighed heavily on him.
I didn't know.
How could you have? I doubt anyone did. Besides Sid, I've never met a man more keen to bear his sorrows in stoic silence. An ill habit, given that both have always been surrounded by friends desperate to help them.
I'm beginning to see that. Go will want to know the stones were delivered. If he's still with us.
We should find a caravan south. Look, there's still time.
I sent to the capital for a new bearer weeks ago, but I haven't heard a word since.
It's almost as if they've forgotten us here.
You want a spot on the Dominion walls? You'll need to do better than that!
あ、こう行けないようになってる。邪魔はできないんだ。
What's the point in patrolling? The bands have all followed the coin to Twinside.
なるほどね。いやー、いろいろあるんだな、いろんなところで。アイスクリーム食べたいな。
Ned told me she was building a ship.
Really? That's a ship? Let's sail it around the lake.
Goat. Still alive, I see. So Lady Karen accepted the ruby.
Ah, about that. I tried my best, but she was just too stubborn to take it. She threw it right back in my face, in fact, and told me I could stick my stupid stone where the sun don't shine.
Stupid stone.
Karen refused payment.
I hope it wasn't something I said.
I'm sure you were as tactful as ever. Let me see what I can do.
そうだね、結局全部俺がやる。
I hope you have better luck than I did.
I don't know where Sid gets the energy.
Lady Karen, Goat tells me you weren't happy with our offer. Would you prefer the debt was repaid in coin?
What debt? I don't recall lending any of you like me hard-earned gil. I may have tossed a talent or two in the Hideaway's coffers.
なるほどね。
But those were donations, and you can hardly call it charity if you go asking for it back.
Of course not.
姉子。
But one good turn deserves another. And our circumstances have changed. Surely you wouldn't shun the gratitude of a pauper who happened to have become a prince.
Oh, so you're a prince now, are you? Fine. But I'm selling it and taking what I'm owed, then you're getting the rest whether you like it or not. Where'd you even get this? A decent trader might nab 1,000 talents for a star ruby. A canny one, meanwhile, might claim it were nicked from the belt of Sid the Outlaw himself and ask twice as much.
ああ、なるほどね、初代のね。
Might be I already have a buyer in mind. Might be you even know her. A fine continental maid whose beauty's only eclipsed by a guile in commerce. You wouldn't mind, would you?
Not at all. Just be sure to tell her that it's always a pleasure doing business.
なんていいばあさんなんだ。
I hear you ended up delivering all 3 stones. Thanks to this lump. I sometimes wonder what I pay you for.
Speaking of which, I still haven't been paid last month's wages.
Oh, so you remember what's owed to you then? Get your ass behind that disc of yours and don't get up before those ledgers are square.
Right away.
I've seen that before.
You have, yeah. Plenty of times. It was the only goblet Sid ever used, either out of habit or because the filthy sod couldn't be bothered to find a clean one.
あ、思い出の品?
I knew so little about him.
Like most people.
Martha and the Dame both seem to have fond memories of him.
Huh. I bet they do.
How long did you know Sid before he...
Before he died? 20 summers, give or take. Back in the day, I was a purser on a trade ship, which is where I met him. He bought passage to... I forget where. And having nothing better to do on the long nights, we set up drinking island rum till the morning bell dragged me back to my duties. Quit my post not long after that, on account of making a fine maiden's belly fat. But me and Sid stayed close, promising we'd one day sail the seas again. That was before fate stepped in and said she was having none of it. The magic woke inside my son soon after his first name day, and there was no hiding his knack.
Couldn't you and your family have...
My family were the ones who summoned the constable, wanted the monster taken away. I couldn't turn my back on him, forget what I felt, and I couldn't for the life of me understand how they could. Luckily, Sid was of the same mind as me. It was him who stood beside me when all I wanted was to tear the whole world down. Him who cried for me when I had no tears left of my own. Him who swore he'd do everything he could to stop it from happening again. And he was true to his word, too. Left the Royal Army once and for all. His ranks, his ribbons, gone. Just like that. Threw away everything he had. All to right a wrong that no one else had the courage to face. I knew then I'd follow that man to the ends of the earth.
Yeah,お、懐かしのシドじゃん。久々じゃん。あ、で隠れ家を作る。
He was always too clever for his own good, was Sid. Saw the world for what it really was, while the rest of us were content to go along with the lie we were shown. And it can't have been easy, bearing that burden alone. But he didn't let it stop him. He never lost faith in what he believed was right. And that gave us faith in him. Faith he'd steer us true. So I swore to myself that I'd always be right behind him, ready to catch the stubborn sod, if ever he should fall. But I couldn't even do that. Ignore me. Just the ramblings of a tired old man.
Tired old man.
Leave that lot. I'll tidy it up in a bit.
This is Sid's handwriting. Dear Otto.
I may be drunk, but I wanted you to know this place would be fucked without you. Love you, you grumpy old sod.
This note.
いやいや、それはさ、こうそっと戻しとくとかさ、そういう粋な渡し方してよ。
Sid was right. Without you, we'd all be lost.
should have bloody well said so then. Just once.
ちょっとできすぎだな。タイミングが良すぎる。
But then, why would he? Him or anyone? I'd only have told him to piss off. You're wrong, though. Both of you. It was never just me keeping the hideaway afloat. It was all of us. I just shoved people in the right direction. I barely seem to be able to do that anymore.
Would you rather go at the helm?
Well, maybe I've got a few more years left in me.
I'm going to hold you to that, Otto.
Before you go, Sid would have wanted you to have this.
But that's...
This'll do me just fine. Thanks for the ray of sunshine. I'll see if I can't pay you back.
Already have.
Already have. はあ。しんみりするクエストでしたな。シドのゴブラ、ああ、はい、大事なものね。ふむ。そしたら今日はこの辺にしましょうか。ね。ちゅうことで明日夜はギター弾きます。でもし朝起きて元気だったらサイクリング配信しようかな。どうしようかなってところかな。うん。まあちょっと明日起きてみて。です。
サイクリングは月2回目。
2回目かな。厳密に言うと3回目だけどね。1回挫折してすぐ帰った回があるからね。
それは農家ね。
そうだね、それは農家だとすんなら2回目だね。だまだ1回しかやってないってことなんだよ、まだ。まあちょっと明日起きてみて4時間でしょ。まだ最悪でも12時に出発すればっていう感じかな。まあそんなわけで明日もしかしたら昼間、自転車で走ってるかもしれませんよという感じで今日はこれで終わりにしましょう。それでは皆様本日もご視聴いただきありがとうございました。また明日お会いいたしましょう。それではさよならさよならさよならと。